Hey guys, thank you for visiting us here at Most Amazing Top 10. My name is Danny Berg, and what is your name? It's Matthew, isn't it? I knew it was Matthew. I think I just freaked out a lot of Matthews out there, but the reason I'm talking about names in this video is because sometimes names can be illegal. If parents try and give their kids the names we have on this list, they are actually breaking the law in some countries, because this is the top 10 illegal baby names. Starting off at number 10, we have Facebook. Yes, as in the Facebook. A few years ago, Mexico had a real problem with parents naming their kids pretty strange things. Eventually, they said enough is enough, and they released a list of 61 names that they had banned because people had tried to give them to babies. One of the ones that stood out for everyone was Facebook. In a world where 38% of the entire planet's population uses this social media site, this was going to always happen somewhere, someday, and it happened in Mexico. The government said the law prohibits giving children names that are derogatory, have no meaning, or can lead to bullying. So they're worried that Facebook would get bullied at school. But I can totally see Facebook growing up to actually be the bully that picks on fellow classmates like Twitter or YouTube. Yeah. Facebook's the real bully here. Coming in at number 9, we have full stop. Actually written like that, but pronounced full stop. Some of you guys might call it a period, but we all know it's that little dot that signifies the end of a sentence. Well, for a couple in New Zealand, it was also what they wanted their baby to be called for the rest of its life. Amazingly, it almost made it through before the officials were like, whoa, a dot is not a name. And while they were there, they also banned people from naming their kids the backslash or asterisk symbols. But there's plenty more punctuation out there. Next up at number 8 now, we have a really crazy one. Sarah. Yes, in Morocco there is a list of approved baby names that reflect Moroccan identity. These names are mostly Arabic, and Sarah, spelt S-A-R-A-H, is considered the Jewish Hebrew version and so is not allowed. So, what do parents do if they want to call their baby daughter Sarah in Morocco? Well, luckily there is an Arabic version of the name Sarah. It's Sarah, but with no H at the end. Removing just one letter turns the name into the Arabic spelling of the word. Maybe that's why the H is silent, so the parents can keep it a secret. Moving on to number 7 now, we have Adolf Hitler. And although this name is pretty much frowned upon everywhere, there are countries like New Zealand where the name is effectively banned. You would have to fight really hard if you wanted to name your kid Adolf Hitler. You can tell Adolf Hitler is a big no-no because I don't even need to explain why it's bad. Everyone knows. Imagine doing things that are so evil, nobody is allowed to even share your name. Forever. A New Zealand judge once said that names like this were banned to not give the child psychological trauma for the rest of their life. Next up at number 6 now, we have Hermione. This name has been around since ancient Greece but has gained a lot more popularity in recent years thanks to one particular Harry Potter character. Despite all of this, a Mexican state has banned it after Harry Potter fans there started naming their daughters after the magical female role model. Why? Well, it all goes back to bullying. They are worried that a kid named after a fictional witch might be bullied at school when they're older. Really? Really? Is that the real reason? I think they just don't like muggles. Disgusting. Coming in at the number 5 spot now, we have Nutella. In 2015, a judge in France told a couple they could not name their daughter Nutella after the popular chocolate spread because she would be mocked for it. Yes, this really went to court. If you ever wonder what's happening in courts, this is the kind of thing that's happening. The parents stood up to the judge and argued that they named their daughter Nutella because they wanted baby Nutella to be like real Nutella, sweet and popular. I am not making this up. They were asked to come back to court where a final decision would be made, but they never showed up. So the court decided she should officially be called Ella. But in the end, it doesn't really matter what the judge says, it's too late. We're all now going to call her baby little Nutella. Isn't that sweet? Next up at number 4, we have the @ symbol. Just try to do the @ symbol with my hand. That's not the @ symbol. Whenever you type out your email address to someone, it actually includes an illegal baby name in China. Some parents wanted to call their baby Wang At or Ata as it's pronounced in Mandarin. The reason is that Ata is very similar to a phrase that means love him. Ah, isn't that sweet? Love him. Lovely stuff, right? Well, no, not according to the Chinese government. They have banned all non-Chinese characters and symbols, including the @ symbol. So don't even try naming your kid hashtag, it's not gonna work. Coming in at number 3 now, we have Devil. In 1994, a Japanese couple registered their firstborn son as Akuma, Devil in Japanese. Officials agreed to it at first, but then 2 months later, they were like, whoa, stop. We've thought about the whole Devil thing, and yeah, no, it's not happening. They claimed the parents were abusing the right to name their child, but Little Devil's father said he picked it because it's so unique and that there will only be one Japanese person with this name. Although the baby had already begun to respond to the name Devil, the father agreed to a second name for his son. Emperor. That's what he chose. I'm just worried that he'll now grow up to be known as Emperor Devil. He's already a supervillain. Alright, next up at number 2 we have For Real, with an actual 4. We're going back to New Zealand again for this one. A couple were looking at an ultrasound scan of their unborn baby, and it was at this moment that the father said he realised the baby was now for real. And they thought, hey, let's name our baby that, and actually use the number 4. Well, officials said they couldn't do that because babies aren't allowed to have numbers in their names. For Real's father brushed that off and said it didn't matter what the law says, they were still going to continue to call For Real forever. But in the meantime, they still had to choose an official name, and so they went with Superman. Yeah, he's officially a superhero now too. Maybe he should battle Emperor Devil. And finally at number 1, we have the classic name BRFXXCCXMNPCCCLLLMNPRXVCLMNCKSSQLBB11115. And no, I'm not going to repeat that for you. I think I might have got one of those digits wrong anyway. In 1982, Sweden created a law that was intended to stop non-noble families from giving their children so-called noble names. One family didn't like the fact that the government was telling them what they could or could not name their baby, and so they protested by naming their baby, you know, well, I'm not going to say it again obviously, but it's floating below me right now so you can check that out. But apparently I pronounced it wrong because the family said the name is just pronounced Albin. Yeah, they're obviously trolling. The name was rejected by officials obviously, but I like to think they went ahead with it anyway, and somewhere in Sweden right now you can find a person called Albin who takes about 5 minutes to write their own name. Alright guys, that is all we've got time for. Do you think any of these were a bit unfair? Do you want to name your kid Facebook, maybe? What name would you make illegal if you could? I'm Danny Berg, and you'll find me down there in the comment section to discuss this one with all of you. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.